Okay, we should be up and running now. Good morning, everyone. I'm so sorry I'm late. Hold on, I'm still like getting my headphones on and everything. I'm super late. I woke up super late. I am like not even joking. I woke up like super duper late. Good morning. Good morning, floating away today. I see you there, Baytran. Raven, welcome to the stream. How y'all doing this morning? Hold on, I'm still getting my headphones plugged in. I can't even hear anything. Okay, all right, there we go. Oh my goodness, that was intense. All right, there we go. Okay, I think everything's nice and balanced now. Got the music balanced out. Gombic, welcome to the stream. How's everybody doing this morning? I know I asked that already a couple of times. I woke up really early, and then I was like, I'm really sleepy still. I'm gonna go back to bed. And every single time I do that, that's how I end up like sleeping through one of my alarms. Good morning, Lemon. How you doing today? Okay, so I didn't have time to make coffee, but I made some breakfast real quick before I popped onto the stream. So I got that taken care of. And I also have a Monster energy drink. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to crack that open here in a second. And I'm going to drink that because I am not at all awake right now. How's everybody? How was everybody's weekend? Why don't we start with that? You almost killed Anna with your coffee yesterday. Hey, listen. Listen, I don't mess around when it comes to coffee, okay? My coffee could probably kill a small animal, okay? Listen, you go big or you go home or you go to an early grave. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta get this Monster open. Okay, all right, there we go. Now I've got energy. Well, energy is on the way. Anyways, the weekend. How was everybody's weekend? Weekend was great. I'm doing good so far. That's good. I know you didn't get a lot of sleep last night, Lemon. I know we were talking about that. I hope you get some rest today. God, this Viking Berry Monster is so good. And I know it has real sugar in it. But, like, it's so good. How much sugar does this have again? 52 grams of sugar? Are you shitting me? Oh my god, no wonder why it tastes so amazing. I cannot believe that they're getting away with putting... Like, that is an absurd amount of sugar in this can. I am so glad I don't drink these regularly. No, surprisingly, Gombic, it's actually really delicious. The Viking Berry is my favorite. And I'm definitely not biased because it's blue, pink, white on the can. Like, it legitimately tastes very yummy. What's this mysterious substance that makes things taste good? Oh, yes, sugar. Never had a drink till you've had 71 milligrams? Would you like me to make my coffee that strong? If you thought the coffee the other day almost killed you, wait until I make that one. I had a pretty good day yesterday, but I have had the worst migraine for like 3 days now. It has been really bad. It is definitely of the worst migraines I've had recently. I'm not going to say of my entire life, right? But like within the past year, this has definitely got to be the migraine that takes nearly the #1 spot. That was a bad one. I still kind of have it a little bit. Like, it's one of those migraines that are like right behind your eye. So it's right behind my right eye and my temple. And I can feel it going all the way down my temple. Then it goes up through my head and all the way down the back of my neck. It's absolutely awful. It feels like there's a giant splinter in my brain. Anyways, so I have like 3 commissions I'm supposed to be working on, and I haven't got any of them because I basically didn't do any of them because I had a migraine all weekend. I did get a chance to go out on Sunday though, so my being outside I think actually helped the most. Like getting the fresh air and stuff. We had 71 milligrams of sugar. I thought it was caffeine, 71 milligrams of caffeine, but it could be 71 milligrams of sugar. How was your day with your mom? It was pretty good. We didn't really go shopping or anything. She's just like, do you want to just come hang out with me? And I was like, yeah. So we went, and it's like, obviously, like, I'm in the wheelchair, right? So it's like, not like we're doing a lot of stuff, right? So, like, the first thing is like, she's just like, do you want to go out and get some coffee? And I was like, yeah. So we got some coffee. Then, after that, she's like, oh, we haven't been out to this farm stand in a really long time. Do you remember this one from, like, when you were a kid? I was like, yeah, I remember that place. And she's like, okay, we'll drive over there. So we drove over to that farm stand, and we ended up getting an apple cider donut, and I picked up a half a gallon of pressed apple cider. And I brought that home so that I could bring some back to Anna. And they make really, really good cider there. Like, like they grow their own apples and they press it themselves, so it's really good. And the cider donuts are really good, but you gotta eat them there because that's when they're fresh and they're warm. If you try to bring them anywhere, they're never gonna be the same. So I got that, and then so I had apple cider donut with some coffee. That was really good. And then my mom took me to a park, and I couldn't really like get the wheelchair out there in the park. So she just kind of helped me walk over to the swings, and then we tried to use the swings, both of us. But you have to remember, my mom's like in her 60s, and I'm like a 40-year-old woman with like major hip issues. Neither of us were swinging on these swings, so we ended up just laughing about it the entire time and just basically just sitting on these swings awkwardly and just like kind of rocking back and forth. I just like, talking, laughing, just catching up on stuff. And then on the way back, she took me to the store real quick. I just needed to pick up some milk and some coffee from the store. And that was pretty much about all we did. But, like, it was just a lot of time outside in the sun. We got to drive out in the country for a while, so that's just... It's nice. I don't get to go outside very often, so if I can get outside at least once a week, that's really good. Oh, yeah, it's not alcoholic cider, I promise. It's just regular apple cider, just from the press. You just press it. You just put it in that little machine, and you just take the juice out, and you put it in a bottle. That's it. No fermentation. No yeast. Anyway, so that was my weekend. Other than that, I basically just spent the entire time in bed resting. It was really good. I was gonna ask Anna, but like she had slept in, and I didn't even ask her. Like, my mom didn't even bring it up to me like until that morning. So, like, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to ask Anna, and I kind of just left. I actually figured out how to get my wheelchair up the stairs by myself and back down it without killing myself. I know that sounds dangerous, but it's actually not that bad once you figure it out. Okay, I will be honest. Getting the wheelchair down the stairs is a little more dangerous, but getting it up the stairs isn't that bad. You'd think it would be in reverse, but it's actually not. I thought she was in her room the whole time. Yes, I'm just quietly brooding in the corner of my room the entire time. I mean, I'm very noisy, Anna. Wasn't that at least a little sus to you? I mean, you gotta hear me around in here all the time, banging around. There's always some sort of like, that is just apple juice. We call it cider. We call it apple cider. Now, the one with alcohol in it, we call that hard apple cider. I know, we're weird. Maddie, welcome to the stream. Okay, so here's like the technique I figured out with the wheelchair for bringing it up the stairs. So this is what I do, okay? I have one really good, really strong leg, and I have one leg that is kind of useless. And kind of, if I put any pressure on it, it hurts a lot. And it just gets worse from there. You can't trust it. Can't ever trust the left foot, okay? So this is what I do. I use my cane, and there's like a bar on the back of my wheelchair. Now, my wheelchair is not that heavy, and it's on wheels, mind you. So it's really not that heavy to move, right? And I'm not even picking up the full weight of it. All I do is I just make sure I get myself up on the step that I need to be on. Then I just like move my elbow a little bit and just drag the wheel up one corner. Then I just proceed safely up to the step above me per normal. Then just pull my elbow a little bit again and move the chair up one more step. And then just kind of keep wash, rinse, and repeat. And you know what? Because of the way that the like wheelchair is angled, the bottom wheels kind of catch on the stairs a little bit. So it doesn't like want to fall backwards like instantly. Like I know you would probably think that it's being on wheels, it wants to like immediately roll back down. But it's like the way that the wheelchair is shaped, it kind of like the bottom part of it like kind of presses against the stairs and it doesn't really want to immediately roll back down. Hi Lillian, welcome to the stream. Raven, welcome. I swear I kept hearing things. Uh-oh, that's not a good sign. Greetings from Germany. Rico, welcome to the stream. Guten Tag. Wait, hopefully that's German. Oh, God. Imagine if somebody was like, hail from Germany. I was like, oh, hi, bonjour. Goodness. I don't speak very many foreign languages. I speak a little bit of a couple of languages, but none of them fluently. Not even English. Very good weather today. The weather is actually really good where I'm at today, too. It's very, very, very cool this morning. It's nice. My fans. So, like, I have, like, a fan that turns automatically on and off. And it's been off all morning. It's been very cool, which is nice. Me and my girlfriend got back from a Japanese work party where we were drinking beer against men, and we're the only ones that were still sober. Well, I've been to a couple of those. Not in Japan, but I went to a long time ago, because obviously I don't drink anymore, right? But a long time ago, I did drink And when I was in China, I ended up like getting at this table with these guys who were drinking, and they wouldn't stop. Every time my glass was empty, they would like instantly refill it with this rice liquor. I thought I was gonna die at one point. I'm like, how are they all still drinking? This is ridiculous. So hats off to you if you were able to keep up with that. I don't know if it's the same in Japan, but at least in China, they were very intense about it. I'm so glad I don't gotta do that kind of crap anymore. Sorry about the cough. I feel like also, like, I don't know if anybody knew this, but there's been some Canadian wildfires, and I live in the northeast part of the United States, and this, like, for the past 4 or 5 days, we have had the worst wildfire smoke. So I also think that's where, like, my migraine, like, also got really intensified from, because I do get migraines from time to time, but I don't usually get them that bad. I really think it was the wildfire smoke. You only drank 8, and the others only drank 4, so you drank more than them. I could drink a lot. Not that I should, but I've always been able to drink a lot of alcohol. Not that that's a good thing. You shouldn't. Binge drinking is bad. I got informed I can actually travel to China this September helping for a research project. That sounds like fun. I had a good time. I've been to China 2 times. The body gets used to alcohol, but it's still not good for you. I fully agree. Yes, you can get very used to you can get used to a lot of things. The human body is very adaptable. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing, though. Also, woo, Spain wins. Oh wait, was there like a game? I think there was like a game or something. I didn't watch it. I'm not really into sports, but yeah, woo. World Cup, yay. Sports people did sports things. Yeah. Should we sing We Are the Champions? That's so cliche. That was cliche when I was a kid and they came up with the goddamn song. I'm getting better. That's good. I'm so glad to hear that, Lillian. I may be forced to drink with my colleagues in China. I mean, you don't have to drink. I mean, you don't have to drink with them, right? But I don't know. They have a different culture there. And I'm not going to be the one to sit here and pretend to try to explain it to you. There is a little bit of social pressure involved in that situation. I will say that. Like, there were definitely looks when I was like, oh, I don't want any more. And they're like, really? You don't want to drink more alcohol? You don't want to get absolutely... You don't want to destroy your liver with us? Come on now. What kind of man are you? And it's like, well, you know, maybe I'm not really a man. Peter, welcome to the stream. How you doing today, cutie? Viola, welcome to the stream. Hi, Rain, what's up? Oh, I woke up really late. I'm not fully awake yet. I don't know if you could tell. I'm still drinking a Monster right now to try to wake up. Sports ball! Yeah, that's my favorite sport. Sports ball. Go team! Screw Argentina if you are in Argentine, but you were the villains this time. I don't even know who was playing. Honestly. I really don't know. I didn't even know who was like the final matchup. We have been really enjoying Pal World update. I really want to play it. I'm planning on trying to finish Amori this week though, before I get into any other games. I don't know if you saw like the little schedule thing I made floating away. But I was like, okay, first we're doing Amori, then we're gonna go back to Subnautica, and I'm just gonna keep playing Subnautica until I'm like either done with it or we beat the game. And I'm just gonna do one game from now on, right? So the games that we started were Amori and Subnautica. I'm gonna finish Amori first because we're almost done with it. Then I will go back to Subnautica. We will do that. Then I don't know. We'll figure it out from there. I wrote it down somewhere. I'll just go off of that. I can't think this morning. I'm doing great. That's so good to hear. True, I'm not forced, but whenever we are there, most of my colleagues do nothing but drinking and eating after lecture. I regularly have to run away so I could actually see the city. That's what I mean. There's not like really like too much of an expectation, but there is an expectation. It's like that's the norm for them. That's what they want to do. I remember like they were like, oh, we're gonna go travel, right? We're gonna go to this place and we're gonna have like lunch there, right? And it's like a picnic. And I was like, okay, cool, picnic. So we're out there having the picnic, and all of a sudden somebody opens up this backpack, and I kid you not, the entire thing was filled with cans of beer. And they're like, time to drink. And I'm like, what? During the picnic too? I'm like, it's the middle of the day. How are we gonna function? They brought Hefeweizen that time, though. I remember it was German Hefeweizen, and it was warm. I don't know about you, but yeah, yummy. I'm gonna drink warm wheat beer, German wheat beer. Yeah, yummy. That's exactly what I want to have with like my lunch while sitting out in the middle of the sun. But anyways, we drank it anyways. Raid, what is the best horde shooter out there? Usually it's a toss-up between PD2 and L4D2, but what's your opinion? Horde shooter. Oh god. I'm probably gonna go with Left 4 Dead 2. I'm probably gonna go with Left 4 like, cause like I think the other one is Payday 2. Correct me if I'm wrong. Payday 2 is not bad, but I just never really got into it. But I did get into Left 4 Dead 2 a lot. It was Argentina versus Spain, and the game went all the way to 120 minutes, 0-0, until Spain finally got a goal after an otherwise dominant performance. Lionel Messi looked like a wet sponge. Wow. I'm so glad that I stuck around and watched that entire match for them to be tied literally the entire time with no points. I'm sorry, that would stress me out. It's like, have they made any progress? Has any team done anything yet? No. That's too stressful for me. I'm sorry. Wait, what? No Back for Blood? Oh, Rain and Vox Libre, I explored a bit too far and found a pillager post. They are everywhere. I usually burn them down because they're so annoying. It's really, really convenient to set the villager post on fire. Not the villager, the pillager. Don't be killing the villagers. The villagers are nice. Hi, Nikki. Welcome to the stream. Average football match? I mean, I was sitting down and, like, before I had, like, the falling out, like, with my stepfather a few months ago, before that, obviously, like a month or two before that, I was sitting down on the couch with him, and he was watching basketball, and I wasn't really paying attention to that, and, like, he was really into it, and he's like, it's women's basketball. You don't want to watch this? And I'm like, you know, the best part of my transition is that I don't have to pretend to like sports at all anymore. And I just got up and walked away. I don't give a shit about it. I don't care if it's women playing or not. I don't want to watch sports. I'm not a sports girl. Not anymore. I wasn't even a sports dude, right? Like, I mean, I did running and mountain biking. That, yeah, woo sports. B for B usually doesn't make it into the finals, unfortunately or not. I actually haven't played, what was it, Back for Blood? I haven't played that one at all. CT, welcome to the stream. How was your weekend, cutie? It took some effort, but we have mapped out the whole of Subnautica with over 200 scanning rooms. That's a lot of dedication. I did get into the game, but, like, I mentioned that already. Like, I needed a little, like, at the time, it was a little overwhelming. I think now I can handle it a lot better. Also, like, read up, not like I read ahead on the game or anything, but I did, like, find some tutorials and some guides that were pretty helpful. Because, like, the game does throw a lot at you, and it can be a little complicated at first, especially if you're not used to those kind of games. I need flint and steel, then. Flint, steel, check it, jockey. Oh, Rain, also, I broke my pressure cooker. Oh, no. What kind of pressure cooker did you have? I was supposed to meet a friend today, but they postponed, so I'm going to play Project Zomboid now. I heard Project Zomboid is so much fun. I haven't had a chance to play it at all yet. It was fine. How was my weekend? I had a really good weekend. I actually told everybody about it at the beginning of the stream, but I went out with my mom yesterday. I did have a migraine for, like, a good majority of the weekend. And I still kind of have a little bit of a migraine today, but I was able to go out to my mom. We went out to a farm stand. We got some apple cider, and some apple cider donuts. And then we tried to swing on the swings and then complained it hurt our hips. So we didn't actually do that. We just sat on them. It was so funny, though. We tried. We really tried. We're like, yeah, we're going to be like kids again. And then we sat on those things. And I'm like, look over at her. And she's kind of struggling to swing. And I'm barely swinging. And I'm like, my hips hurt. And she's like, mine too. And I'm like, oh no. But anyways, it was still really good. The latest matchup between Chuck Norris versus Gandalf the Grey and Gandalf the White, Monty Python's Holy Grail's Black Knight, Benito Mussolini, Cowboy Curtis, and the Blue Meanie, RoboCop, and Terminator. I'm gonna have to go with, oh god, there's so many good ones. I think I'll go with Monty Python's Holy Grail's Black Knight, because, like, that one, I'm sorry, I love that character so much. Tis a flesh wound. I say that all the time. Rain, you don't look like you're doing okay. I'm fine. It's just a flesh wound. Rain, maybe you should take it easy on yourself. I'm fine. I managed to break my old pressure cooker a few years ago. I couldn't get the lid off, so I tried turning the knob with a hefty pair of pliers. Oh no, that's awful. Butter Eye, welcome to the stream. Little did Ray know she was not fine. You know, like, I always find out after the fact. I always bite off more than I can chew. I always, like, get, like, this overconfidence that I can handle things, even though, like, people start, like, kind of raising alarm bells to me, and they're like, Raid, feels like you kind of do it a lot. Raid, that seems like a lot. Raid, like, maybe you should just relax, right? And I'm just like, nah, it's gonna be fine. I know what I'm doing. I can handle it. I know what I can handle, right? And then I'm like, afterwards, and I'm like, oh my god. Maybe they were right. Rainy, if you want to see what happened, it's on your DM. I just sent it. Okay, all right. Appreciate that you sent it via DM. At some point, we're gonna look at people's art too. Just so you know, that was the theme of today's chat. We're gonna look at some art later once I wake up a little bit more, and I figured we'd go through the Discord's art section and just kind of look at all the art contests and all the stuff that people have been submitting there recently. So it's not about my art, it's about the community's art. Oh no, Raven! Oh no! Oh, goodness. You're not allowed in my kitchen. I'm sorry. You're banned. If you're like, Rain, I want to cook you something nice. And you're not allowed to touch anything in my kitchen. No cooking for you. Oh, my God. It exploded. It definitely exploded. It definitely exploded. You are definitely banned from my kitchen. I'm sorry. I will cook for you. Don't worry. I'll make something yummy. Don't worry. I'm really good at cooking. I love cooking. Don't you worry, Raven. I got you. I actually have a pressure cooker, but I don't use one of those. I use the Instant Pot. I love the Instant Pot. It's really good. So if you need a new pressure cooker, hey, I highly suggest you get that one. That is a really good one to get. Oh, hi, Thomas. Welcome to the stream. We found sweet chili sausages this week, and it was really good. My sister's 6-month-old loved it also, which is surprising. Sweet chili sausages are really good. I love anything that's sweet and spicy. My pressure cooker melted while cooking. You all have really bad luck with pressure cookers, huh? I've never had a problem with mine. Mine has always been great. I love releasing the steam out of it when it's done. It's so explosive. I knew somebody that, like, their pressure cooker, like, the release valve was broken on it. So they used to use a pair of chopsticks and, like, poke it in the hole to get, like, the pressure to release. And I was like, that feels really dangerous. That feels really dangerous. Why don't you just get a new, like, pressure cooker lid or a new pressure cooker? Oh, God, I'm almost all the way through this monster and I still don't feel any more awake. That's not a good sign. We need a new stove, roof, and pressure cooker. Your landlord's gonna ask you to get a new apartment soon. Listen, if I was your landlord, I'd be like, here's a microwave. Here's some ramen. Mr. Lower, so good to see you. I hope you had a good weekend, too. How was your weekend, Mr. Lower? I know you don't speak up very much. And you don't have to answer. Caffeine, I know, it's ridiculous. I'm ridiculous. I drink way too much coffee as it is. My doctor still hasn't yelled at me about it yet, though. I've told them about, like, how much caffeine I drink. And they're like, well, you know, as long as it doesn't affect your heart. And then they would, like, check my heart rate. And then they checked, like, my breathing and my lungs and everything, right? And they're like, did you used to be an athlete? And I'm like, no. Like, I just used to, like, exercise a lot. I mean, I guess I was in the military and stuff, and I, like, was really active, but I was not ever an athlete. Like, that would be disingenuous. Little did Rain's doctor know. Oh, God, yeah. They're like, what do you do to pass the time? And I'm like, oh, I draw and I spend some time on YouTube. And they're like, that sounds nice. Sounds very, very relaxing. And I'm like, yeah, I definitely don't ever stress myself out about that. I drink like 6 or 7 cups of coffee a day. I used to be like that. I used to be like that a lot. Like, especially when I was at my old job. Like, before all this, before the crash out, before, like, all of that, right? Like, at my old job, I would probably drink easily 5 to... I don't even know. Sometimes I just keep going back to the coffee machine. I get really grumpy too. One time the coffee machine broke at work and I like kept throwing a fit about it because I kept going back there and I was like, what? The coffee machine's still broken? I'm like, I thought we were having somebody come in today and fix this. Right? And I kept complaining about it so much that the VP actually went down to the local coffee shop and bought coffee for everybody. I'm like, yeah, thanks. I'm like, that's the minimum. What do you expect us to work around here with no coffee? Like, what the hell? Listen, I'm a grumpy girl if I don't get my caffeine. We found the old kids' Bible the church gave us when we started school. It's ridiculous how bad it looks. It looks like an AI made it right. Really? That's an absurd amount. I'm not saying you're addicted, but I know I'm definitely addicted to caffeine. I'm not even going to lie about it. I drink like 3 cups of coffee every morning. You can send it to Anna. Marshallis, welcome to the stream. How you doing, kitty? No, I don't want to see it. I'll cry. I've been drinking coffee for years and I'm still not addicted. Thomas, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you're drinking that amount of coffee every day, you're addicted to coffee. Listen, I'm not even going to lie about it. I drink 3 cups of coffee every morning and I'm addicted. If that's the standard for addiction, I hate to break the bad news to you. You're addicted to coffee, my friend. You're just like me. It's okay. It's okay. Join us on the dark side of the coffee addiction. Just make Turk? You just need to... Wait. What is that? Wait. Is there like a different coffee technique I'm not aware of? Coffee addiction can be basically impossible to find out until you get like a bad withdrawal. Yes! 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 It's so true. If I don't have caffeine, I actually will start getting a migraine. 6 to 7 cups a day. Yeah. I mean, I remember doing that. Basically just drink coffee all day. It's like, I used to joke with people, and I'd be like, the only thing I drink is black coffee, water, and beer. And I used to say that to sound like a tough person. It's like, oh, how manly do I sound? I only drink these, like, 3 really aggressive things. I want to see how bad it looks. I drink 2 cups of coffee, but I mix my coffee with Monster. And oh, no, don't do that to your coffee. I'm sorry. I love coffee. I love coffee enough to make it properly. In fact, after this stream, I am very likely going to go and still make more coffee because this Monster's really not doing it. Like, I'm not even joking. Holy crap. We were like 40 minutes into the stream. I am like nearly done with this can of Monster, and I'm still not awake. I'm still not, like, I still don't feel on it, right? Like, Monster is okay, But coffee just, I need coffee. I need coffee to survive. I think it's less about the caffeine. It's like the overall experience. Like, I'm addicted to the flavor of it, too. Like, I get really upset when my coffee is not made properly. I know that makes me kind of a coffee snob, but, like, I'm very particular about it. And when I take that first sip, I want it to be delicious. I want it to taste good. I don't want some, like, ridiculous, like, if you served me, and I'm not even joking about this, right? And think what you want of me, but I don't care, right? If you seriously, like, made me a cup of coffee with that, like, freeze-dried instant coffee crap, and then you put, like, that non-dairy powdered creamer and, like, a Splenda in that cup of coffee, and you gave it to me, and you're like, here's your coffee, Rain, enjoy. I would probably take one sip of it and spit it out instantly. And I'd be like, this is not goddamn coffee. Don't give it. What is this swill in my cup that you just tried to poison me with? I demand real coffee. Oh. I'll just make it myself. I've complained at coffee shops before about that kind of shit, too. I've ordered, like, the cheap coffee, and they use the instant coffee. And I'm like, you're a coffee shop. You can't just make, like, a basic pot of brewed coffee for this? Why would you serve me instant coffee at a coffee shop? Ridiculous. Anyways, I could crash out about coffee for a while, so don't get me started. Turkish unfiltered coffee made by pouring hot water over the grounds in a coffee mug. I'm going to have to look it up. I'm not sure how I would feel about unfiltered coffee, but I'll try it. I'll give it a try. I got a feeling I'm just going to, like, not like the mouthfeel from all the coffee grounds. Anyways, talking about projects, during the meetup, I painted my Battletech starter as set minis and played a game with people there. It was good. That sounds like a lot of fun. Did you take any pictures of the I'm sorry, the Battletech thing that you paid? Oh my god, I really am exhausted this morning. Holy shit. I can't even speak. Fools drink alcohol, academics drink energy drink, kings drink coffee, but only top sigmas drink water from the puddles outside after a rain. Oh my god, I love that. That's so unhinged. I'm actually going to steal that. Hold on, wait. I'm taking a screenshot of that comment. That is glorious. I love that. That is beautifully unhinged. To be honest, I only go, like, the small, like, hipster places that get yes, I hate to say this, but I go to the hipster places, too, because they actually make good coffee. Rain, I want to talk about historical theory with you. Sure, hit me with what you got. Oh, God, I'm so far behind on chat now. We said some of the pictures from a book in Discord. It really is horribly bad. I haven't taken pictures yet, but I will do later. Right now, I'm just eepy. You're in good company. I'm very eepy, too. I only ever drank instant coffee because I just dissolve it in a tiny amount of water and mix it with milk. Alternatively, I just microwave the milk and put the coffee directly in. I can't do the instant coffee. Also, Rain, I also destroyed my toaster. Oh, no. How do you keep doing this? Think about this. Basically, the reason ancient societies like Rome never advanced further is because slavery restricted the need for innovations like mechanics become surplus labor. Wait, what? Are you saying that they shot themselves in the foot? Just so I could understand this, and I'm very sleepy. Are you saying they shot themselves in the foot by deploying too much slave labor so they didn't innovate and come up with mechanical
Mr. Bad with Names gave me a chance and made Ame dance.
Oh my goodness, Mr. Bad with Names. Thank you so much, cutie. I don't know if they're here right now. I don't know if they're here in the stream, but if they are, everybody head pats for Mr. Bad with Names. But, like, to finish what I was saying 2 seconds ago, are you saying they shot themselves in the foot and failed to innovate because, like, they use slavery? Is that, like, what I'm picking up there? Also, I'm going to go and see if Mr. Bad with Names left any messages for me on Ko-Fi. My favorite coffee is Monster Energy Drink, anything Stone Fruit Grape Edition. Oh, Mr. Bad with Names, you are here. My favorite Monster Energy Drink is the Trans Girl Monster Energy Drink. I'll let you figure out which one that is. Thank you so much, cutie. I really appreciate it. I guess they are watching the stream. That one is pretty good. That's the one I'm drinking this morning. Yes, because life was so cheap at the time, there was no incentive for academics or others to create things that made labor more efficient. It's not till the medieval period you see more. I guess that's an interesting perspective. Yeah, sneaky. Yeah, I didn't even know you were here. Oh, crap. I almost forgot to take my HRT. All right. If anybody else is like me and is not, like, put together this morning, HRT check. Take your goddamn medication if you need to take it. Oh, God. Like, almost an hour late taking my meds. Oh, goodness. I need coffee too. The Monster's really not doing it for me. It's not bad, but it's not like making me feel alive, right? Like the coffee does. Okay, all right. We're gonna start doing art soon. That was the point of all of this, after all, was art and heart. We're supposed to be talking about, like, our days and stuff. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to switch over to the showing, like, thing over here. And then I'm just going to go through the Discord. There's a bunch of, like, art threads and stuff that I can go through. And we're just going to look at all the different art that's been posted in the community recently.
ZT Style gave me a chance and made Ame dance.
Oh, ZT. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much, cutie. Head pats in the chat for ZT. I'm going to go over to Ko-Fi, see what they had to say. All right. Ko-Fi, come on. Work with me, not against me. I have to head out. Bye, everyone. Raid is cute. Oh, the sneaky, like, oh my God, you're taking a sniper shot and running. Oh my goodness, you're the cutie. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. I'm so glad whenever you come here. More head pats for you, cutie pie. I hope you have a wonderful day. Wow, I just realized that my name is in all black and you can't see it on the chat screen anymore. I might have to fix that. It's like, who's that mysterious head patter? That's so weird. Why is my name all blacked out like that? Mr. President, they hit another tower for the fans. All right. I'm going to open up the Discord. We're going to look at some art. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of scroll around, and as I find something, I'm going to open and close the window. So give me just a second here. We're going to start with this one. And this one was done by Raven, who's here in the chat right now. This was just submitted, I think, this morning. Looks like a design. It's really cute. I like it. I like the pink. I'm obviously super biased when it comes to, like, purple and pink. But this is really cute. I like this. This is really fun, colorful. It reminds me of these, like, little, like, stencil toys that I used to play with when I was a kid, and they would make, like, all these spiral patterns. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I used to have like a set of them as a kid. And I like kind of draw stuff like this, but this is definitely way, way better than whatever I used to do. You don't see any pink. Really? You don't see white to pink? A spirograph. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Nikki. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, I used to have a set of those. That's actually a lilac. But is it purple or is it pink? Because I'm seeing pink. I'm seeing pink and purple. Oh, jeez. Don't tell me I'm colorblind. Might explain why my art is so shitty. Yes, Crazy Krita. That is what I'm talking. It's light purple using a glow brush. I don't know. It kind of looks pink to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm the crazy one. It's violet. Okay. All right. Well. Oh wait. Hold on. Let me respond to this comment to ZT. I'm not cute. Thank you. Stopping by as always. There we go. Okay. All right. Next one I'm going to look at. This one was done by Peter. There we go. Yeah, so this one was done by Peter. Peter wanted to do more fan art, and we were having a conversation about this. I want to say at some point over the weekend, I don't remember when, but we were having a conversation about like more traditional styles of art. And I sent them a couple of paintings from my favorite painter, which is Van Gogh. And I was like, yeah. And we started talking about like the technique and like the brush strokes and like how like what I liked about like Van Gogh's painting and how they use their specific like brush strokes to like convey motion and action. And I really love that Peter went ahead and took that to heart and actually drew something like this, because the way that I understand it's like a simple like background, but the way that the brushstrokes are presented with like the actual portrait, it does imply some sort of motion going on there, either like an internal motion or an external motion, right? But like there's movement implied in this scene, which is really nice. I really like it. I really I think this is a really, really good piece that Peter put together. The shading is like phenomenal too. I brought that up to Peter too, and I'm like, you're really like going to the next level with the shading. Like you're really starting to get an eye for like where the light belongs, like where the lighter spots go and where to apply the darker paint. New profile picture? Wait, for me or for Peter? I don't know. I don't know if I could just straight up steal Peter's art and be like, hi, yep, thanks. That's my new profile picture. I mean, I'm sure Peter wouldn't mind, right? But it's like, you know, like the problem with me doing that is like, I'm an artist, right? So immediately what everybody's going to assume is that I painted it. That's like my big fear there. They'd be like, wow, Ray, you're such a good painter. I didn't know you could paint. I'll be like, I don't. I don't actually paint. New profile, you do it. Yoinked. Gotta steal their style. I'm thinking about doing something similar. I don't paint too often. The most recent one I did was for Crazy Krita on stream not too long ago. Slapped by Peter right on the big... Yes, there we go. I can put it right on my forehead. Not my art, drawn by Peter. At least I signed my name at the bottom. That's true. That is true. But like on a profile picture, you know it's going to be like a circle, right? So nobody's ever going to see that. It's going to be cropped out. Right? Like you see all the circles in the chat here. The corners are all gone. You're going to have to watermark it. This is really good, though. I really like this one. All right, hold on. Let me go to the next drawing. Okay, this next one is by Delta. So this is one that was submitted recently by Delta. Oh, yeah, you can see their name in the top left corner, too. Since I'm using Discord for this. This is really good. I like this. Delta, I don't know if you're here. I don't think they are. I haven't seen Delta this morning, so I'm not going to be able to ask them. It looks like they used some sort of colored pencil for this. I have a lot of trouble with legs and, like, bending knees properly. This is not bad. Certainly better than what I would do, because I still have problems with that. I have a lot of problems drawing legs. And, like, not drawing legs standing up and down, that's really easy, right? But, like, drawing legs that are bent or have motion to them, that's really difficult for me to do. I struggle with that still. And hands. Hands are awful. Hands are always going to be awful. Eyes are always kind of difficult for me. The perspective on the chair is really good, too. I don't know. I don't really have too much more to add to this. I think something that could be changed slightly with the background, because, like, I think it's supposed to be, like, a light shining on this chair, and they're supposed to be standing on the chair. I would have added more, like, a darker color in the background to help imply that light is, like, an actual light source. I mean, this still works as is, but I would have darkened the background just a touch more. I guess would be, like, the only thing I'd change about it. But that's, like, the only constructive, like, feedback I have about the piece. It's otherwise put together pretty well. I also really like the rainbow eye. I forgot to comment on that part, but it's pretty good. This one is one that was done by Rosie in our Discord. She just started drawing recently. This is actually pretty good. What I'm going to say about this is it is incredibly difficult to draw. I just brought this up a second ago. Hands are really hard to understand. They are curvy. They are weird. The knuckles, like, and your individual, like, the way that your fingers are shaped, this is just, like, they're just a weird thing in general, right? A Picasso, it does kind of, like, ring true to a little bit of a Picasso-style drawing, though, right? And, like, the thing is, too, is I've drawn a lot of things just like this. I've had drawings that look just like this before when I was first starting out. So this is actually not bad. Like, I don't know if Rosie is here right now, but if she sees this later, this is actually not bad. This is actually pretty good. I mean, because, like, for the most part, you've nailed, like, all the basics, right? You've got the hair in the right spot, right? You've got, like, the right concept and the right ideas and the right things in place. With something like this, like, when you're at this particular point and you're drawing, you just have to remember that there are two things that you're, like, really working on here. One, you're, like, learning the technique. You're learning how to put the drawing together, too. And you're also developing that fine motor skill. You're developing that strength, that drawing strength, and that, like, that dexterity that you're going to need. And it's only over time, by actually doing the practice, that you're going to develop both. You develop both at the same time. But the more you draw, the more you will get those better motor skills and have better control, and you'll be able to put better, more accurate lines on the paper over time as well. The proportions are solid, and it's better line confidence than I had for a long time. Oh my god. Well, if you remember my early work, it was all, like, hairy lines that are kind of, like, barely connected to each other because I just had no confidence in, like, what I was drawing. All right, Rain, it was nice tuning into your stream, but I gotta go. It was so good to have you here, Viola. I hope to see you again soon. This was a good one by Rosie. Let's go through. I'm gonna see if there's, like, any couple more that were recently submitted. Oh, I saw this one by Raven too. Hold on, let me pull this up. This one was called ADHD in My Mind. I like this. This is really neat. It's very simple. I like abstract art a lot. This was really, really well done. Not too much to say. Obviously, it's abstract, right? But really good use of colors. I like the line placements on it. I also like the extra details that were, you know, put into this. Maybe I should blow this screen up a little bit bigger. Hold on. Now that I'm thinking about this. Hold on. Let me see if I can make this a bit. Whoop. There we go. There we go. Okay, maybe now that's too big. Holy shit. Okay, Rain, chill the hell out. There we go. Okay, that's better. Yeah, okay. All right. Oh, one other thing, too. Hold on. I gotta move this. I keep forgetting to move this thing. Where is it? Where is it? Which one is it? I can never figure out anything. How do I have anything set up on my live stream anymore? Well, it's not that. It's not that. Which one is it? Is it this? It is! Okay, alright, hold on. You need to be moved over here, because you're annoying. I really like the colors on this one. Okay, alright, let me go ahead. Let me look through and see what else I can find. Oh, this is another one by Peter. We had a conversation about this. I think it was yesterday. This is not the updated one. This is not the updated one. I don't think you put the updated one or fixed it or replaced it yet. But after we had that conversation about, like, the colors, Peter went ahead and updated this painting. So it does have a lot more depth and color into it now. But this still is really good as is. So I want to clarify that. Like, this stands as its own really good art piece as is. But Peter did go back and already, like, address some additional things. We had some pretty good conversations about art over the weekend. They really took what I had to say, like, to heart, which was really nice. Peter, if you throw in the updated version, I can go find that in the Discord right now. I don't know if you're available to do that, but if you do that, I'll show the newer one that you did. Demozan, welcome to the stream. I love the pose too. I really do. Oh yeah, I will. Okay, all right, cool. Just let me know when you're ready to do that. I'll pop it up on screen. I also like that there was yellow blush used in this. That's unique. You don't see that very often. I think that actually makes it stand out in a really unique way. And what's really nice about it, too, is that it's such a simple thing, right? Like, look how many colors, like, overall are used for, like, the texturing of, like, the skin. It's very simple, and that's what I love about it. Everything is kind of, like, there's no black lines. There's no outline on this, right? So everything is just kind of just exists in the right proportions. All right, hold on. I'm going to check the Discord, see if Peter added that. Give me 1 second. Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, wait. Here it is. Here it is. The new one. There it is. Okay, you sent it in my DM. There we go. So this is the updated version. So after they asked me for a little bit of, like, constructive, like, feedback on the painting, this is what they came back with for the second attempt. And this, I was like, oh my god, this really pops now. This really pops. This pretty much addresses, like, any, like, I mean, they didn't even have to go this far because all I really was talking about was adding some more color to the hair to, like, give it a little bit of depth. But they really went above and beyond by, like, doing the entire thing over like that. And it's very much the same, but it's also, like, you could see where they really took the attention to detail and added the different colors for the shading. Leon, welcome to the stream. Oh my goodness, it's so good to see you. Hey, we're doing our own kind of art stream, except I'm doing a community one. I'm not doing my own art. It's so good to see you, cutie. I was watching you draw, and I'm not even kidding. I started, like, falling asleep, like, during that drawing stream. I feel so bad, but once you started getting into the drawing, it was, like, kind of mesmerizing. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy with my now. Oh, did you submit, like, something in the art thing? Demos, Ann, is that what you're talking about here? Sorry, I'm a little confused. You kind of hit me out of nowhere with that. Is that the cute Liam Seredia? Hey, she is definitely the cute. She is definitely the most cutest, most talented artist everest. Period. Exclamation point. Tilde. I don't know. Pick your favorite sign to go after. Nah, that's all good. I hope you slept well. We should do a community art stream sometime. It's honestly, I'm really glad that I have, like, so I've been asking Maddie to help me with, like, art contests because I've already got, like, way too much on my plate. But she really has been taking the lead on that, and I'm so glad that she does it because I really enjoy watching, like, what everybody has to add. Okay, hold on. I'll take a look at it in just a second, Demozan. My cute, talented artist is Raid still. I am neither cute nor talented. I'm just an enthusiastic doodler. No is the cutest ever is. I will say I was impressed I was able to add that many S to the end of things. Okay, all right, give me a second. Hold on. We're going to go back to the art thread again. Okay, hold on. Wait. Oh my god, everybody's adding so much now. Okay, all right, hold on. First thing I'm going to look at. This was Demozan's gun design. I'm going to pull this up on stream. Give me a second. One thing at a time. The Eagle V014 Mark 20. Okay, so I will say this. Demozan, I almost never draw anything like this. This looks like a really fun fantasy drawing. I almost never do anything like this. So I'm already impressed. Hold on, let me adjust the screen again. God, why am I so bad at this? I think I'd be good at, like, YouTube after all these years, right? You would think. You would think. This is the improved version compared to the prototype. I think it's cool that you like to do this, though. I mean, like, because there's a lot of value in being able to plan out, like, stuff like this. Because whenever it comes to, like, designing, like, accessories and stuff for my drawings, I have no idea how to draw a rifle. I don't think I've ever drawn a rifle a single time. So there is a lot of value in being able to draw stuff like this. I'm just a scribbler. Enthusiastic doodler meets enthusiastic scribbler. The scuff is what makes you, Rainy. Aw, Alvy, and welcome to the stream. Sorry if I missed you earlier. I hope you're doing well, cutie. All right, hold on. There was like I said, there was like a bunch that just got like slammed in all of a sudden. Okay, and now we have from Anna. This is Genosaurus Regina. The character of Jenny Everywhere is available for use by anyone with only one condition. This paragraph must be included in any publication involving Jenny Everywhere that others might use this properties as they wish, all rights reserved. So this is a Jenny Everywhere drawing in the form of a Genosaurus Regina. What happens when an unstoppable scribbler meets an unmovable doodler? I don't know. It may be the end of the world. The end may be nigh. All rights reversed. Oh wait! Oh, I didn't even notice that. I felt like I just read it like you typically would. All right, this is really cute though, Anna. I like this. It's a very simple doodle, but it's a very cute drawing. Why did I make this? Who is this for? What was I thinking? When would I use this? Where is my sanity? How do I make up for this? I love the included, I love the included, like, questions that the viewers should be asking. That was very silly. Okay, so we have a couple here from... It looks like the 11th Nugget. I'm not exactly sure if you have a different like username on like YouTube or not, so I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna go with the 11th Nugget since that's what your username is. This is really pretty. I really like this. I really love the background, but again, I'm gonna be like super biased because pink's like one of my favorite colors. But I really like the shape of this. It's well portioned. I like how the hands go into the hoodie pockets. It looks very blissful, peaceful. She looks glowing, which I'm sure is the intention that you were going for there. But like, it definitely inspires happiness, which is something I really appreciate about it. And there's a couple more. There's like 4 here, so... Love you, cutie. Oh my god, I love this one too. This one's really cute. I love this space background. Is that supposed to be a black hole in the background? It looks like a black hole. I will say this, drawing like space backgrounds can be kind of hard. Like when you're trying to draw in stars and stuff like that, like you would think that you're just putting like a bunch of random dots down, but like after a while you start looking at it, you're like, does this even look right? Anyways, it's looking like a long work day, so gonna lurk. Just wanted to say hi first. I'm glad you at least spoke up. I'm glad that we have you here. Hopefully we have some interesting commentary. I actually learned a lot just from the little bit that you had to speak about yesterday. Like I said yesterday, you know, my several-year-long plot to finally observe your art process has finally come to fruition. I've stolen all of your techniques by means of observation. Oh, goodness. Hey, I do have a photographic memory, so you'd be shocked how true that actually is. I'm glad though. I'm glad that I finally got a chance to watch you do some drawing though. What I do have to say about like observing you do it, even though we've never formally been over the process. Oh God, my throat today. Even though, oh my God, hold on a second. I need water. Give me just 1 sec. Okay, even though we haven't formally been over the process, it's really shocking to see how close our two techniques actually are. Like, just the way that you actually go through the work. Like, I surmised a lot from your video, but I'm talking about, like, the way you grab, like, certain, like, elements and you, like, move to multiple layers to color them in and stuff like that. We never really had a specific conversation about that, but it's, like, it's funny to see that we both do that, but we both have, like, slightly different ways of approaching that same technique at the same time. I don't know. For me, it was just really interesting to finally be able to say that. Steal all you want, just do additional science on it so I can steal it back. That's a fair trade. You know what? I accept your offer. Shadow, welcome to the stream. I think this is a really cute drawing. I like this one a lot too. Again, for the same reasons. I'm also biased towards blue. I do like blue a lot. Oh, this one's this one. Wait. What is that flag there? I'm not familiar with that flag. Does anybody know what that pride flag is? What pride flag is that? I don't know that one off the top of my head. Arrow Ace. Okay. All right. Wow. That was one I'm not actually, like, immediately familiar with. Arrow Ace. Well, that's a flag I'm going to have to look more into after the stream. I really like this one, though. It's very cute. Again, really good, like, you did a good job, like, with the overall shape of this. Even though it's simple, like, it's put together well enough, like, where it comes across as really adorable. All right, and here was the last one. This one is really good. I think this is, what's that character's name? Lucky, something. I don't know. This one's really cute. I'm not super familiar with this character. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not interested in One Piece. I'm probably never gonna start. I've never watched it. It feels like there's way too much to get into. Somebody told me, like, if I wanted to watch it, like, they'd have to give me, like, a guide on episodes to skip and shit. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. That feels like too much work to get into a TV show. Goofy, I'm pretty sure. Is Monkey D. Luffy the main character of One Piece? I have no idea who's the main character of One Piece. I'm the main character of One Piece. I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't know any. What I know about that show is that they were looking for treasure. And for some reason, we've now gotten to, like, what? Like, 50 seasons of the show? Like, have they still not found the treasure yet? When are they gonna resolve that plot? Right? It's literally lasted 30 years from what I know. But does anybody... I don't care if it's spoilers for me, right? Have they found what they were looking for? Because I'm pretty sure they were looking for some sort of treasure. Correct me if I'm wrong. The treasure was the friends they made along the way. Peter, that's beautifully said. The treasure is the government we overthrow along the way. Anna, I also love that phrasing as well. Nope, they still haven't found the treasure in 30 years. Oh my god. But this is a really good drawing. Despite my lack of interest in this particular franchise, this is a really, really good drawing. You did a great job here. Actually, all your drawings were really put well together, Nugget. Thank you so much. All right, hold on. We're going to keep finding more. Oh my god, y'all keep adding more and more and more and more. All right, hold on. We're going to get through. I got to get through them a little faster. Okay, now, some of these are done by Raven again. And these are just some of the weapons that they've made recently. I really like this scythe. This was really cute. I also like this laser whip. I'm going to call it a laser whip. I don't know what else to call it. It kind of looks like a laser whip to me. Some sort of like whip or flail thing. And here is a hammer that was drawn for me. Now I need to add this at some point. Because I told Raven I would. And there's also one other thing. Hold on, I want to show off from Raven. So they also designed a like little character for me to have on screen, and I also just have not had the time to add this because there is a little bit of an issue with the way that like you sent this to me. When you send it to me in a screenshot like this, I actually have to correct it. I can't just take this and just throw this into my like stream. I actually have to go through, I have to cut out the background, I have to make the background transparent, I have to correct the colors, right? So that's the reason why I haven't been able to do that. I've been meaning to talk to you about that, Raven. Is there any way that you can send me these with like just the PNG file and not as a screenshot on your phone? Because I really need the transparent background to be able to do this like quick and easy. Otherwise, I've got to go in and I've got to like do a few extra steps to get this to work. And also because of like the way it's been screenshotted, some of the colors are different. So I'm not even 100% sure if I could like trace over it to fix it. I thought about doing that too. But if you could just send me the PNG file, that would fix everything pretty much instantaneously. No worries. I just figured I'd at least explain it because, like, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, all right, I know how to fix this. I'll get to it. And then, like, we get to it. And, like, later comes and I never get to it. And then I forget about it. Are we playing Amori soon? Today is not an Amori stream. Wait. Did it say it was an Amori stream? It shouldn't say it's an Amori stream. Hold on. I'm playing Amori on Wednesday. For anybody who's interested in Amori. Amori will be on Wednesday. Today is the art and chatting stream. And now I'm going to go double check to make sure I didn't just screw up my schedule. Because now I'm paranoid. Okay, no. It is the chatting live stream. Okay, yes, we are doing Amori on Wednesday, though. I know I haven't scheduled it yet, but Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we will be doing Amori. Aqua. Yes, you were the one who asked about that. Okay, yeah, sorry if I got confused too. Listen, I actually woke up super late this morning. Question, favorite Sanrio character? Wait, are they the ones who did, Hello Kitty? Just to make sure I'm on the same page with you. Because I am, like, very eepy this morning. I think, and forgive me if I say the name wrong. What was it? Pom Pom Purin? I think I may have, like, said that wrong. But, like, that character is really cute. I'm not a huge fan of Hello Kitty themselves. I think it's, like, kind of overdone. But I really like that. Yes, that's the right choice. Okay, all right. I'm glad we agree. Because I saw that. I was like, oh my god, so adorable. Now that character is really cute. Also, Taffy, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right, hold on. Let's keep going on. Let's keep going through. We're gonna do a few more. We're going to do a few more that were just recently submitted. And then I'm going to go back to the art contest because I really want to show what's been going on in the art contest. Because we do a weekly art contest, just so you know. It's in the Discord. If anybody wants to participate in the art threads or submit art, Discord link down in the description below for anybody who wants to participate in that. Or just hang out in the Discord. Even if you don't draw, just come hang out with us. Okay, this was a map done by Anna. So this is for, like, it was either for Dungeons & Dragons or Pathfinder or one of those tabletop RPG games. But this was a map that they drew and they put together. And I think it's really cute. It's very simple, but it gets the point across pretty much perfectly. It reminds me of the kind of stuff I used to make when I was, like... I don't know. I used to mess around with like, I used to mess around a lot with Warcraft 2 map making, and it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. It is incredibly detailed. I didn't even zoom in, but yeah, look, you can see all the roads. You can see all like the little like, I guess these are capitals. A lot of capitals. I like how this lake just like butted up right next to this this desert over here. You know, deserts are usually on the opposing sides of mountains, but you know, this works too. City, town, village. Got it. Okay, this one is a design of a... What does it say here? Design of a chemical gun for my vintage story mod. Okay, hold on. We're going to pull that up. So this is from Mr. Bad with Names. This is for Vintage Story. This is a modification, obviously, the chemical gun. For those who don't know, Mr. Bad with Names plays Vintage Story and also does a really, really in-depth mod that I'm not even going to try to explain because I don't understand it well enough to even try to do it. But it's really good, and there's also, like, lots of cute extras inside of the mod, too. So if you like stuff that's very technical and also has lots of adorable like little hidden treasures in it, that's a great mod for you to play if you're into Vintage Story. This is really cute though. How did you make this? Did you use this in like Blender or something? Sorry about the cough. Like I said, there's been a lot of wildfire smoke around here recently. I think that's part of the reason I'm coughing like even more than normal. Blockbench. It's like Cubelet. I'm gonna have to check that out. I think you brought that up to me before, but I might need to check that out more. This is really cute though. I love this. Okay, next up is a fantasy map that was created by Gombic. So let me go ahead and pull that up on stream. And this is the Republic of New Moravia? Morivia? Is it Morivia? I don't know if I'm saying it right. This is really good. Like, actually, it's so well detailed. I would believe that this is like a real map of some place. This looks really good. Like, if you told me this was a real map, I would have believed you. Oh my goodness. I love this. Is there a legend? There is! Oh, yes! Regional capital, statutory city, major city, district centers, protected nature area. High-speed rail. Oh, it's got high-speed rail. It's already more advanced than the United States. Highway. This is really cool. I love this. I made it in Inkscape to make it look like a map. I am going to be real with you. I have no idea how to use Inkscape. I've tried messing around with Inkscape so many times. I'd want to live on the middle island like the recluse I am. So would I, honestly. I like the Rainy Mountains and Rainbow Bay. Wait, did I miss that? Really? Wait, how did I miss that? Hold on, let me go back to it. Central Rainy Mountains, Eastern Rainy Mountains. Oh my god, never mind. I need to live in between these two spaces here. Rainbow Bay, right there. That's so cute. Oh my god. Alright, so I either need to live here, here, or in Rainbow Bay. I feel like Rainbow Bay is the place I need to be. Desna means rain? I was not aware of that. Wait, where is that on the map? Is that somewhere? I didn't see it, but this is really, honestly, this is really good, Gombek. Between the mountains. Okay, hold up. Wait. I see Mozartdorf and Horny Navia? I don't think it's supposed to be pronounced that way. We're gonna go with Horny Navia. Sorry about the mispronunciation there. Whoops. Oh, shit. Oh, God. All right, I'm a hot mess. All right, let me find one of the art threads. Okay, where's the threads? All right, we're going to go to the most recent art contest here. And I'm just going to take a look at all of them. So the first one that we're going to take a look at is by Leica, also known as Credo. They're a regular here in the streams. May I join as well? 5 minutes on Discord before I consent? Of course! You may want to ping me or at least, like, let me know in the chat when you finally send something in. I'll take a look. I just also wanted to get through some of these, like, recent art contests just because there's a bunch of stuff in there, too. Not so fast, Rady. I just finished drawing you. No worries. Let me get through the most recent art contest, then we'll circle back. That'll give everybody a chance to, like, add more stuff to that thread. So I'll work backwards for a minute. You all work forward, and then we'll meet in the middle. This is a really, really good drawing, by the way. I really love this. I don't know if they submitted the one with the outline. This one wasn't outlined by the time I saw it, but I still loved it anyways. I did see the version where they did finish the outline for this, and it's really, really good. Really, really good. Like, nice, thick, emboldened lines on the outline to really finish it off. I really love this. This is an absolute adorable bunny with, like, this, like, the eye is just absolutely blowing me away on this one. Hydration. You know what? I need to drink more water today, too. I've been lulled into a false sense of security because it's actually cool in here. It's actually 69 degrees in my room. Very nice. But this is an adorable drawing. I really enjoyed this particular piece. All right, let me open up a new one. This next one is by Peter. And it's called I Used to Live Here. And I really, really, really like this one. I had a conversation with Peter the other day about this drawing, and I said I could really relate to this drawing, especially before coming out as trans. I could definitely relate to this drawing a lot from, like, maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago in my life. It really made me, like, think back about how I used to look at the world and what I thought my place in the world was, which was outside of it. Bujit, welcome to the stream. My favorite one is a bunch of spaces. Wait, a bunch of spaces? Oh, wait. Wait. Are you the one who added that? Wait, hold on. I have to find that in the thread. I think I don't remember who did that. Somebody made, like, a joke. Hold on, I'll have to find it. Give me a second. But this was really, really good. I really love the space background on it. I love, like, the way that the earth kind of is emanating its light off into, like, kind of like almost a cloudy mist. I love that there's just, like, this random space station with, like, barbed wire fence. there, right? It feels so mystical, almost dreamlike. No, I have not participated. No, but somebody did submit a bunch of spaces as an art piece as a joke, and I thought it was really cute. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Hold on. Somebody did it. Where did they post that? Ah, yes, it was Drift Drop. That's who did it. Hold on, wait. I'll open it up in the Discord. Right here, my submission, it's ASCII art using only spaces. This is definitely what I had planned the whole time, and not because I forgot about the contest. And I thought to myself, I'm like, that's actually really adorable. I might steal that excuse sometime from them. Okay, the next one was done by Maddie. Maddie is the one who actually hosts all the art contests. So extra special head pats to her. I don't know if she's still hanging around in the chat right now. But this is the one that she submitted for the contest, and I love it. I really do love space themes. I really wish that I participated in this. I haven't really had time, unfortunately, with like everything that's been going on in my like personal life outside of YouTube. I also like have 3 commissions that I'm working on right now that I really, really, really need to focus on. And that I've been putting off for like 4 or 5 days already. So I really got to get like working on them today and tomorrow. Submit to Rain. Actually, I mean, the Rain. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't have a follow-up for that. Oh my god, I actually had something, and I literally, like, in the middle of my sentence, completely, like, blanked on what I was gonna say. Oh my god. Alright, the lack of caffeine today is really killing me. Oh my goodness. I have not been this eepy and poorly put together in a while. Oh goodness. You know what? Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get a refill on my water bottle. I'm gonna grab some water. And, hopefully after, like, a nice, like, maybe I'll splash some water on my face and wake myself up a little bit. But give me, like, 5 minutes. I'll leave this drawing up on screen so that you can all enjoy Maddie's artwork. Give me a minute. I'm gonna go try to do something to wake myself up a little bit more. And I will be right back. All right, I am back. Give me just a second. Let me get back on the screen. I'll take the little break thing down. Okay, I'm feeling a little better. I'm feeling a little bit better. Wait, all right, who sneakily gave me some gift memberships? It was floating away today. Headbats for you, cutie. You always wait while I'm not looking. You're very sneaky, my friend. Headpats for you. I need it. Okay, so I just checked the air quality in my area, and it's actually pretty good today, so I think I'm just, like, kind of, like, still a little sick from, like, the past, like, 3 or 4 days of it. It was really bad, though. There was one day last week, I looked outside, and I even remember, like, commenting to Anna, and I'm like, why does it look like the frickin' apocalypse outside today? Absolutely awful. Oh, yes. Let's continue on with the art thread. Okay, so this one was done by Anna. And this one is just simply called Star Wars. And it looks like... Did you superimpose a bunch of, like, Star Wars ships in front of a destroyed Death Star? I mean, it's cute. It's definitely cute. I could tell that you drew in all the lasers and stuff. I posted my little doodle, by the way. Once I get through this art thread, I'll circle back to, like, all the new submissions. That's what it looks like to me, if I had to take an educated guess. And the only reason I can tell, too, is because, like, of the varying qualities of all the different things that you use. It's the same exact one. Just the same four, just over again. What I really like about this is how blurry and pixelated the Death Star is in comparison to the high detail and the high fidelity of, like, the TIE Fighter and the X-Wing. Oh, and this was Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, right? So this gotta be Luke Skywalker. Pretend it's blurry because it's far away. Yes, it's just that far away. You did a good job, though. Nonetheless, this was very creative. Okay, this next one is Alfie. This one's actually just really cute in general. It's just a simple trans space person. We're going to space. We're gonna plant our flag on the moon one day. Dark Raven, oh my goodness. Thank you so much, cutie. Actually, I looked into that. So, those little gold coins that you send me, I figured out what they do. So I don't keep them as, like, a gift. They don't, like, give me, like, ah, yes, Rain, you've collected 10 gold coins, right? They actually just give me a share of, like, revenue. Like, so far, I think I've made, like, 30 cents from, like, all the, like, little, like, gift things that you've all sent me. Like, so they do give me, like, something for it. I didn't realize that. But yeah, that's what it does. I don't know how you get, like, the quote-unquote jewels for it. That's the part I still don't understand. But I looked at it, and I looked, like, through all, like, my stuff. And apparently there's a line under, like, my revenue that says, like, streaming gifts. And it was, like, 30 cents. Funny, they gave me, like, 1K. So what I think they're doing is, like, they're just giving me, like, a small, like, portion of whatever, like, you spend it on. I don't really know why they would do that, but, like, they are giving me a little bit of money for it. It's not a lot, but it's like, I do get something for it, so I do appreciate it. And I know you asked me about it on, like, the last stream, so I figured I'd follow up and tell you that, like, I kind of did figure that out. I gave all to you? You didn't have to give me all your gems. Listen, I'm not that greedy. I don't need all your coins. I understand I'm a cat girl, right? And, you know, cat girl love gold coin. Yum. Yummy, yummy, gold coins, right? But you don't have to give me all of them. But I wanted. Aw, you're too cute. Here, I'm going to give you lots of head pats for that. But this was Alvy's very adorable drawing for the art contest, and I absolutely loved it. Okay, moving on to the next one. If there is a next one, there was not a next one. Okay, all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the art thread because I know that there was a couple more added in. So Alvy also just went ahead and did this drawing. This is a fan art piece of my character. This is really, really cute. And, oh my goodness, you actually painted my fingernails correctly. I actually still have that fingernail paint on right now. It's like almost chipped off at this point, so I gotta redo my fingernails again soon. But this is really cute. I also love that you included my logo on my chest. I'm thinking about doing something similar again. I had some pins on my chest before, but I ended up, like, forgetting to add them to the model, like, a while ago, and then I just kind of kept forgetting, and, like, still forgot to this day to keep adding them. But I might actually do something like that with my own, like, with my own logo. Oh, Gombic, I see that, cutie! Oh, also on the last stream, for those who didn't know, you know that little, like, heart reaction button that you can click? That, like, sends a heart? Yeah, you can see those on screen now, too. So if y'all are clicking those buttons, like, everybody can see them now. Yep. Yep, I fixed it. So any of them that you send, you can send any of them. There's hearts, there's, like, little smileys, there's, like, you can send 100s. Like, I guess there's, like, a little blushing face for some reason. But you can send any of them that you want, and people will be able to see them. Isn't that so cute? And thankfully, I think I've spaced everything out just enough, like, where it shouldn't get in the way of the chat, but just kind of just be there as an extra thing. There is a rate limit. I'm pretty sure there is a rate limit, but it'll display as many as it, like, allows to be displayed at once. And the more people that press it, the more should appear on screen. It really depends on how many people are hitting the button at once, really. But this is really adorable, Alvy. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Cutie Pie. Okay, all right. On to the next drawing. This one is by Eldritch, and they're doing a mini art dump just in time for this stream. So they submitted 4 pictures just now. Ooh, this one's really good. I really love the coloring in this one. I know it's only half finished, but oh my god, I really like this. I cannot do, like, a beard on men very well, right? Like, I could draw a male face, but when it comes to doing facial hair, I'm really bad at it. So this looks really, really good. I have trouble drawing boys still because I've drawn so many girls. I actually have trouble drawing, like, facial features for men. This one's really, really cute, though. I like this one. Really well done. I like this one a lot, too. The background, I like how it kind of, like, fades into, like, from a foggy background and has, like, kind of like an almost an open scene. Like, the sky is just, like, kind of clearing after a rainstorm. I don't know. Maybe I'm misreading the scene there. But I really like the setting. That's kind of what it reminds me of. It's just like like the storm just kind of cleared a little bit, or maybe like a nice foggy early morning and the sun's finally breaking through. To the Catgirl horn. The lighting is so I think so too. It's really good. I also like how simple the grass is. Alright, let's take a look at the next one. Alright, this looks like a much more traditional, probably like a Greco-Roman statue style type of painting. Probably wrong there, but you know, hey, that's my educated stab in the dark. This is really nice. Again, like I've mentioned, I haven't really done a lot of paintings yet. I do want to get more into actually doing painting. It's just something that I really haven't spent a lot of time on yet. The one thing that like kind of like I'm really impressed with the use of colors. Like the thing is for me is I'm not the best at like picking colors or like finding colors that blend really well together. So that's like the part of painting that I think I would struggle with the most. I'll see if I can find my old drawing of a cryptid. Color theory continues to stop. Yeah, I'm the same way. Krita helps a lot by like giving me like kind of like a little like bar to select within like a color range. So that does help a lot, but like that's kind of a crutch for me. Like if you're asking me if I really understand color theory, I'm just gonna be real and say no. Oh my goodness, comic, I can still see those. You said did 2 floating hearts. Aww. I still haven't even seen, like, is that, like, a thing on mobile? Because I don't see that in, like, regular YouTube chat. Like, are you all on mobile or something when you're doing that? I'm gonna be real. I have no idea how you're doing it. Okay, and there is one more. And this one, ooh, oh, this one's dark. I like that. I love art like this. This is really good. The lighting is really good. I love, like, the kind of creepy aesthetic with the eye on the television and the static going around it. I love the way that the character is posed over the top of it. I love how the television is unplugged, but the cord is somehow floating in the sky. There is something very strange going on here. I also like how the antenna of the TV match with the head, so it's almost like the person is becoming the television. This reminds me of Courage the Cowardly Dog. I loved that cartoon growing up. That was a really good one. This is a really good painting. Oh my god, I absolutely adore this. Kind of reminds me of The Ring. If anybody's ever seen that movie. Alright, give me a second, I'll get to the next set. Okay, so the next one is a drawing by Taffy. And this looks like it's Rin Rin from Toro. This is really, really, really adorable. I'm not very good at drawing chibi. I really like that you did this. Did you use the solid pen? Either in Krita or like in like, I can't forget, like what is it, Adobe Illustrator or something, right? Like they have that like solid, thick, like brush. I can't remember what it's called. Rin Tirororo, I'm sorry if I pronounced that complete, is my Final Fantasy XIV character. Oh, that's so cute. Leon based her character off of her Final Fantasy character as well. I just kind of just made mine up. Procreate solid marker. Okay, yeah, I use Krita, but like I have like that solid like brush tool as well. I struggle with that particular tool. You did a really good job. That's why like I asked about it, because you did a really good job adding in like line weight and making this look really good. Whenever I use that particular like pen, I always feel like, I don't know, I just feel like my drawings are too flat. And I know it's a technique thing, because obviously you're using that same tool and creating like a very cute drawing here. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with that pen. This is a really good one. I also do play some Final Fantasy online. I don't play a lot of it because I just don't have time for that kind of stuff, but I do play it a little bit. I never finish any drawings, but I wanted to get this done so I could bring it for a sticker exchange. This honestly, this would work perfectly as a sticker. It's really cute. You should keep drawing. Feel free to keep like adding more to like our art thread too, because nobody's ever gonna say anything to you about like we only do constructive criticism in the art threads. So if you ever need any advice or like any help with your drawings too, you could like feel free to like add something there and just ask us in general. Like, hey, kind of stuck here. Got any suggestions? I do keep drawing. I just never finish anything. So I kind of was the same way before my accident, like, and like before I came out as like trans, like I had a lot of trouble like starting things up and never like, okay, I'll be real with you. Do you want to know when I started this YouTube channel? It was in 2019. Do you know when I made my first like real video for the channel? In 2021. I sat on this channel for 2 years and didn't even upload a single thing to it. And I barely finished the first video that I ever made for the channel. And then I had my accident. And then all the videos I did like upload, I ended up deleting off the channel. ADHD, Gilbert. I love drawing because like once I get into the drawing, I get so hyper focused on it. The only thing I can think about is like working on that drawing. Nothing else matters to me. Sometimes I even forget to drink water. I tried every setting with Krita. It's weird, yet when I tried other Linux drawing software, I didn't have that problem. Krita's not for everyone. I will be honest about it. Not everybody can get into it or that they like the particular tool set or the setup. Krita can be a little complicated to use sometimes too. I find it less complicated than something like GIMP, like the GNU image manipulation program. I find it easier than that. Inkscape, I don't understand at all. I really don't. I really don't understand, like, Inkscape at all. Drink water. Absolutely. Everybody should drink some water. I've got a full water bottle right here. There is nothing wrong with GIMP. I just find it to be really unintuitive. More unintuitive than Krita, at least. Problem with drawing for me is that I get annoyed when something doesn't turn out the way I want, and then all my motivation is gone. Do you listen to music or anything? I like to listen to like really fast-paced music to help me keep going. Inkscape is vector. I know, and I really don't understand how to draw in that program. Krita, weird lags with drawing tablet. Rain, I switched to draw pile, another drawing. I'll have to check that one out. Draw pile. All right, I'm making a note of that. Procreate, my beloved. I've switched a few people off of Procreate over to Krita. Because it's free, it's open source. And you don't have to pay a subscription for it. But there's a lot of free and open source software for like art as well, not just Krita. I just like Krita. Krita is my favorite. I really hate what Adobe does to art. And it's like, I've never once bought anything from Adobe. I never will. I will never pay for an Adobe subscription. They don't have anything I need. I've been able to find an open source solution or just come up with a different way to get the work done that I need to do without buying any of their tools. I just did the one payment for Procreate, I think. Yeah, I don't believe that art should be paywalled like that, right? Like, I just don't believe in that. Like, I think that, like, everyone should have access to art. That's just a personal belief, though. Listen, it has nothing really to do with the software at all. It's more of just, like, the belief of the paywall. Yeah, that's it. That's really my biggest sticking point there. I don't really have a problem with Adobe software. I'm sure it's wonderful. I'm sure actually putting money into it, like, does provide some very innovative and useful features. But for, like, the regular folks that are like, but I don't have the money to buy, like, really expensive art software to learn how to draw, well, Krita's a really good place to get started, you know? Snack, welcome to the stream. Breaks through the door with an axe. Here's Snacky. That's my favorite one so far. I grew up watching that movie. That was a scary movie for me as a kid. I always like horror films where like the scary thing is like the human mind. All right, like I don't know. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in demons or monsters or anything like that, right? Like the things that really scare me are like, you know, psychological horrors. Like those are my favorite types of horror stories. Cuz those are plausible. Okay, was there any other okay, shout out, you added in a drawing. You said you only did it within a couple of minutes. I think you said 10 minutes. But hey, we'll go ahead. We'll take a look at this. Ooh. Okay. Simplicity is working for it. Your choice of colors are working for it. This looks like some sort of like alien eel monster under the water. It's kind of hard to tell with the perspective, but that's what I'm going for. Am I a fan of Alfred Hitchcock movies? Can you name one specifically, if you don't mind? I feel like I've seen a couple, but it's not ringing a bell for me. I know you said that you were going to check it out, Rain, but Draw Pile lets multiple people draw. Oh my god, really? That would be so good for me and Leon. We could do like a co-art stream together. I'm putting a star next to that note. It looks like a worm with an eye. Looks like an alien eel to me. I mean, I think it looks cool. And that's the thing. You really don't need to do a lot to, like, express an idea with art. Like, I think a lot of people who are like, I can't draw, I'm never going to be able to draw. I used to say that. I used to say those same things. You can do it. It's not as hard as you think it is. You can take even simple shapes and simple ideas and put together a very simple art piece that still gets your idea across. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because as long as you stick with it, you'll get better with it over time. Well, you could definitely draw that chibi pretty good. Okay, that seems to be all the new ones, so I'm going to go back to one of the other art threads. I'm going to take a look at more of them. This next one that I'm going to pull up is by Mr. Bad with Names again. And this was a mermaid that they drew. And I always really like Mr. Bad with Names art, because it's very, and I don't say this in an insulting way at all. I say this like with like the most love and respect, but it's very cartoony in like the best way possible. It's detailed, it's cartoony. I love the use of colors. It's bright. It's fun. It like kind of like almost jumps off the page at you a little bit. I really like the smile and the way that the eyes were put together on this. It looks very mischievous. I also like the detail with the hair kind of expanding into the water. Pretty. It can also change form, but it's mostly likes to be an eel. What can it change form to? It reminds me of that one game where you date monsters. What's it called again? Wait, there's a game where you could date monsters? I mean, I identify as like ace and like demi-romantic, so like playing a dating game, that would be an interesting experience for me. This was a really, really... Monster Prom. Okay. All right. Wait, I might make a note of that. Produced by the YouTuber Jesse Cox. Wait, I didn't know that he produced that. Really? The Tinder? Snap, that was a great answer. I would never go on Tinder. No Tinder, no Bumble, none of that. Like, none of that. Nope, 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 nope. I'm not even going to touch it with a 10-foot pole. Absolutely not. Not even if it was the last place to meet people on Earth. You know what? Y'all can have Tinder. No Grindr either. Somebody told me about Grindr, and I'm like, I'm not going on Grindr. That's ridiculous. Stupid. I'm not that interested in dating. I just wanted to, like, look. Yeah, exactly. That's my thoughts, too, right? I can't even imagine the type of people that would try to match with me on there. It's going to be a shit show. I already know how bad it's going to be without even trying. I could just imagine it. Okay, so this one is another drawing done by Peter. And the title of this one, there was no title, but this is a really, really good one that was done by Peter. Hold on, let me adjust this so like the entire image is on the screen. There we go. This is really, really, really beautiful. I really love this one. Not even Buck Bumble? Wait, they have Buck Bumble? Rain plays Tinder? Oh, God. No. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. I'm just going to end up with, like, all chasers as matches. I already have enough bad experiences with, like, people, like, being a little weird about me being disabled and, like, approaching me like that. And it's like, I get where they're coming from, right? But it's like, no, thank you. All right, I'll tell you a story about somebody that, like, was, like, overly interested in me and, like, overly trying to meet with me. And, like, I kept trying to, like, gently push against that. I'd be like, you know, I'm not against meeting you, right? But, like, they wanted me to meet them at their place. And I was like, well, I'm in a wheelchair, so, like, that's not going to work out. And then they were like, oh, well, don't you worry about that. I'm very strong. I could put your wheelchair in the back of my truck and get you there. And I'm like, I sleep in, like, a special bed for, like, you know, because I'm disabled, right? It's like moves up and down. It's like very comfortable for me. And they're like, don't you worry, I've got a very comfy. And I'm like, I'm not interested in going to your house. How about that? How about no? How about stop trying to, like, lure me into your house? Yeah, so, like, yeah, no, that was, like, my one, like, time that I, like, even tried to experiment a little bit with that. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. Like, that put me off of the whole thing for a while. What games do I stream? So, recently I've been streaming a lot of Amore. We're doing Subnautica. I have a plan to do some Kenshi live streams. We're going to be doing Vintage Story soon, too. I play a lot of Luanti and Vox Libre, which is open source, which is an open source Minecraft alternative. So if you're interested in, like, voxel games and stuff like that, I play a lot of voxel games on this channel. I also just, like, do a lot of indie games in general. Open source games, indie games, those are, like, my two favorites. And then, like, I will play, like, more mainstream titles. But I really, really like the FOSS and, like, the indie games the most. Final Fantasy stream when? You know what? I will open up my character one of these times if y'all want to see it. But I'm not about to make my... Because, like, here's the thing with doing Final Fantasy. Like, it's so easy to, like, let your channel become nothing but, like, playing an MMORPG. I'm at, like, 14... This is what I'm talking about, Taffy! 14K hours. right? Next thing you know, every stream is just a Final Fantasy stream. No more art streams, no more Box Sleep, right? It's like, and I've gotten that way before with an MMO, right? I used to be super addicted to Elder Scrolls Online. She has not yet played Tactic. It's on my list, Gombic. It's on my list. I actually went through the list the other day. It's on my list. Don't you worry, cuties. We're going to be getting to all the games. It just might take a while. This was a really good drawing by Peter, though. Thank you, Peter, for submitting this in the art contest a couple weeks ago. This is not a drawing, but this is a photograph, and I consider photographs to be art. So we're going to show it anyways. And this is a really nice photograph. This was taken by Rico. And they said they took this in, I think they said that it was in Osaka. But I really like this. This is a really good picture. I think they added a mount just recently with trans flags colors. Really? Okay. You're tempting me. You are tempting me. Actually, Nikki, you've been doing a good job. Because I'm actually kind of dehydrated today. So thank you for keep reminding me about drinking water. Anyways, this was a really cute photograph by Rico. It looks like we had another photograph. This one was submitted by Rave. And I believe this is just the skyline from their apartment building. Should add a timer for hydration. That's actually a really good suggestion. Ooh, you know what? I think I could add something like that through OBS. Where it's like maybe like every 15 or 30 minutes, like it does a countdown. And then like I could do like an animation or something that just pops up on screen that says drink water. It's time to rein in the hydration. There we go. I'll come up with something stupid. Now that watermarks reminds me of my previous phone. I've never had a phone that watermarked my photos like that. That would annoy the crap out of me. Air raid silent. Yep, we're just going bam, 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 bam. Yeah. You know, like at those, like, disco parties, or not disco parties, like at the club. Oh, God. Can you tell I'm, like, one of those lame girls that never goes to, like, parties or clubs? Not ever. Well, all right. I did go to a club one time. I hated it. It was really bad. I didn't have a good time, and I left with a headache. So, you know, yeah, not really into clubbing. Not really my particular thing. You know, I like a nice quiet evening with some art and maybe some conversation and a nice yummy home cooked dinner. So those are things that like work better for me. It's like, I don't know. I don't need to go out and get twisted anymore. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just my age, but it's like, I think I prefer a much more calm evening. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's see what else we got here. That pretty much clears out the 7th art contest thread. We can go through and let's see what art contest number 6 had. Okay, so this is the one where I submitted one of my drawings in the contest, but I asked not to like have it like done as like, I didn't want my drawing to count, and like, so this wasn't actually part of the contest, but it was just part of like the contest anyways. It was like, I don't know, what's the word? I submitted it just to submit it for the sake of submission, not to like be counted in the votes. But like, if anybody's seen my recent profile picture, this is where it came from. And I know you've seen it on my streams a few times already, or if you, like, have subscribed to the channel, I think it's, like, the profile picture for the channel right now. But that's where that particular drawing came from. We're not going to spend too much time on my drawing, though. This one was done by Anna. And this is a pride, this was a pride flag that says Rain's Refuge. That has, like, the all pride going in on it. A drawing of my logo, and of course, Refuge in all of the rainbow colors. And I think this is really cute. I get twisted on intellectual curiosity. See, that's more my jam. Clubs are too overstimulating. I mean, I can't even have a conversation with people. Dark Raven, oh my goodness. Droplet for 12 months. That's an entire year, my brother. Oh my, how time flies. Head pats for you. Actually, I'm going to give you hugs, too. You're getting hugs. You will take your hugs and you will love it. I've really got to update the 1 year, like, thing for the members. I keep meaning to draw them, and I'll get there, I promise. I will make this channel not scuffed anymore. Rome was, you know how they say Rome wasn't built overnight? Well, this channel won't become unscuffed overnight, okay? I've got a lot of scuff to remove. But this was a really cute pride flag that was drawn by Anna, so thank you for drawing this. Okay, let's see. This one was made by Delta. I really enjoyed this one a lot. I don't really see the rainbow, like, bird/angel wing design. Also, I might be biased, but because I was in the Marine Corps, like, I'm very biased towards anchors. So I just, like, overall really like this design. Rome wasn't built in a night. Sure wasn't. What's the meaning behind it? I don't know what Delta was going for in this particular piece. Only 13 months? I thought I'd been around longer. Crazy Krita, head pats for you too, cutie. Actually, I'll give you some hugs as well. You get head pats and hugs just as much as Dark Raven. Honestly, I thought you were subscribed for a little longer too, but hey, I mean, that's still a very long time. That's more dedication than I thought anybody would ever give to me. I'm still blown away that people still think, like, this channel is cool and, like, what we're doing here is awesome. And that, like, the things I create are pretty cool. Like, it's just, you know, like, I'm new! Floating away today! Oh my goodness, cutie. 2 months already? You're not new, though. You've been floating around for a while now. Come on now. I know you changed your username. I don't know what the anchor meant, but if you were asking about, like, the Marine Corps, why anchors are important to us, it's because, like, we are part of the Navy. So, like, we are Department of the Navy. So, like, we're still, at the end of the day, like, technically sailors, but we're not. Okay, I gotta go make dinner. Have a lovely stream. I hope you have a wonderful dinner. It was good to see you here, Taffy, and I really enjoyed your drawing. I hope to see you again soon, cutie. I mean, it's in the name, Marine. You'd be shocked how, like, surprised. Like, I'm sorry. You'd be surprised how many people don't make that connection. They're like, wow, Marines, what do you do? It's like, a lot of swimming. A lot of water stuff. It's like, we do more than that, right? Like, but it's like, a lot of people forget that Marines were, like, originally supposed to be sharpshooters on, like, the little, like, lookout towers on ships. That's what Marines were, like, really, like, created to do originally back in, like, the you know, Revolutionary War. You'd be shocked how surprised. I know, my brain is not working this morning. God. Like I said, I've had a bad migraine for a few days, and I woke up way too early this morning, and then I fell back asleep, and then I slept through my alarm. And then I, like, kind of bum rushed through breakfast and getting this stream going. Okay, here is one that was made by Mike, which looks like it is a trans pride flag with a blowhigh and a sock. With a matrix background? Okay, it's very interesting. I do want to ask, though, what was the point of the matrix background? Is it supposed to symbolize something? Matrix Rain. Ooh, I like that. I actually have, like, something like that set up. Hold on, let me see if I can make that work for a second. I think I can... Hold on. Give me a second. I think I could pull it up on stream. I'm not sure if it's gonna let me, though. Maybe I need a new window for it, or do I have to keep the window open? Okay, wait. I think I can make this work, but it's gonna be, like, kind of funky to do, like, the Matrix thing. Hold on. So I need a new window, a new capture window for it. So window capture. There we go. Oh, you know what would make this really easy? Hold on a second. Wait, I figured out how to do it. Never mind, I'm being stupid. Rain's being stupid. There's a news flash for everybody. Okay, wait. Why is it not going down to the other monitor now? I have two monitors open. Why is my computer not working today? What the hell? Oh, this is so annoying. Okay, apparently I can't make it work. I don't know why. I do have, like, the Matrix thing installed on my computer, though. Did I draw my own model? No, this model that I'm currently using is not my own model that I drew. But to clarify, this is my own character. So something that I brought this up in the other stream when I was showing off the models that I've been working on. When I first started learning how to draw, I didn't even have a digital drawing tablet. So there wasn't even a way for me to take my own character that I was drawing on paper and, like, get a model put together. Like, I just couldn't do it. And not even, like, could I not do it, but, like, I just started, like, getting into digital art around that time. So one of my friends, their name is Cosmic. They took my, like, character and, like, put this VTuber together and said, here's your model based off of your character. You can use this until you learn how to draw your own model. Now, after a year of using this model and practicing digital art and drawing my character over and over and over again and doing all this digital art pieces with it, I think I'm finally ready to put together my own model. I've done 2 different models already, and I could actually pull open, like, the different, like, test models I put together just to, like, experiment with different layers, but they don't look very good. They don't look as good as this model, but I think I've, like, kind of figured out what I need to do there. Oh, they're a very talented artist. They're a very, very talented artist. But here, I'll show some of the models that I've been working on real quick. Give me just a second here, so we'll load. This one is... We'll go with Alpha Rain. This was the first one I put together. And this, obviously, it's not great, right? But, like, I needed to learn how to do like all the layers, but it's like, it's not cut together well. Also, like I made the mistake of doing the drawing first, then trying to cut it into different layers. So it looks super goofy and weird. So this model is not working out. Yeah, it's very different. And that's the thing, right? Like I can draw really well, but drawing a model on like 40 different layers that need to all like become one image is a different skill than just drawing like one drawing that's like a drawing. That's like the issue I've been having. So I put together a second model. Hold on. And let me go over to the bigger screen so you can actually see them properly. So this is like what it looks like. You can see all the glitches. You can see all the mistakes I made in it, right? It's okay, but it's not like obviously worthy of like being an actual model, but it's a good attempt. So this is like the alpha rain model that I started working with recently. And then I did a second attempt, and I think the second attempt came out better, but there's still issues with it. There's still a lot left to be desired. So hold on, let me load that one up. Load, and that one is, we'll call it temp avatar. Yeah, that's the one here. Here we go. And this is the other one that I drew recently, which I think is better as far as like a technical, like technically speaking. But again, there's still issues with this. There's still a lot of issues with this particular model. And it's not quite the level of quality of the current one that I have, but I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer to figuring out how these things are actually put together properly. But like here, the reason why I did this one in particular, just so that you're aware, is this particular model is based off of a drawing that I did recently. So I'll show you what that drawing is. Give me 1 second, because I have it on my Ko-Fi page. So I'll just pull it up on screen for you real quick. So this model, and this is like kind of, this will emphasize the point that I like was mentioning at the beginning there. But let's go back over here, right? And then I'll just change this, what was it? Over to, there we go. So this is the drawing that I based the model off of. So, but like, again, there was a lot that got lost in translation here. And doing something like a sketch like this, right, is not the same as putting a model together. And like, again, there's a lot to be learned in failure. So even though, again, this model isn't what I'm looking for, I don't think it looks great. A lot of people said it's cute, and it's okay, right? But it's like, again, it's not quite what I'm looking for. And it's really hard. There's something getting lost in translation from the thing that I can draw on the piece of paper with pencil to like what I could put together digitally. But I feel I'm close. I feel like I'm really close. So I'm gonna keep taking stabs at it until like I finally get the model put together correctly. But hopefully that explains like the whole thing that I'm going through right now, right? And it's like, I have spent, and a lot of people have asked me, like a couple of people are like, why do you keep drawing yourself over and over again? That is why. This is the reason why. I need to figure out how to draw digitally, right? Like, I need to learn how to do this. I can't just keep drawing on paper forever, right? So I have to eventually, like, take the plunge into digital art and figure out, like, what my character looks like flesh out the final details of it and put it together. And I'm really, really happy with the blue dress. Like, this is like one of my favorite ones that I did recently. I really like that. So it's not that I can't draw, right? It's just, I don't know. I can't draw a model. Basically sums up when you're used to drawing on paper versus I started drawing on paper. That's like the biggest thing for me. It's like, and I'm like relearning how to draw, like using the same skill set on the tablet, but it's like, it's not perfect because digital art has different tools, and the way you even like touch the stylus to the tablet screen is different, right? Like it even has a different feel when you move the pen. There's like different resistances, like there's a different feel, like the way you press into it. Yeah, honestly, Aqua, you're nailing it because, like, I want to start simple. And I have, like, a really good simple design. It's cute. It's still unique. It still stands out as a character on its own. But over time, I can add more to it as my skill increases. But I didn't want to, like, start with this overcomplicated, super, like, messy model with 5 bajillion things in her hair that I have to figure out how to draw and, like, model together, right? Like, it's so much easier to, like, start with a simple idea and expand on it. So that's, like, kind of what I'm going for here. But the character, this is my character. This has always been my character. I came up with this design. For anybody who's asking, this is mine. I 100% came up with this character. I got all the drawings to prove it, too. All right, let me go ahead and put my model back to the one that actually looks decent. There we go. What? Okay, hold on. Wait, I gotta fix it. Okay, now it works. There we go. What if an idea, they made drawing tablets that look like drawing on paper? So there are, like, these special tips that you can get for your, at least for the XP pen drawing tablet, which is what I have now. You can get special tips for it, and they make it feel more like drawing on paper, and I really like those the best. That is actually what's helped me draw a lot more comfortably. I think, honestly, what I really just need to do is I just need to keep doing the models a couple of different times and just, like, starting from scratch and just taking the lessons I've learned from each failed project and just kind of go from there. Because I still have all the parts for this model, so I can always look at, like, how it was constructed and put together. But I'm also trying not to overly look at this model because I don't want to copy it. But I am trying to, like, put it together in similar layers that it was, like, kind of constructed originally. But it's not as easy as you think. It's really not nearly as easy as you think to, like, slice apart a drawing and, like, relayer it back together in some sort of software that needs to also look like it's breathing and have, like, the parts move individually, and, like, the hair needs to sway a little bit, the tail has to wag, the ears need to move, right? I think the professional tablets gets close to pen and paper. They can with the right kind of, like, drawing tips and stuff like that. The XP pen tablet that I have is really, really, really good. The only bad thing about this tablet is the person who keeps drawing on it because I lack skill. Do you need any programming to make a VTuber model? No, I just do everything in Krita. I just draw the layers in Krita, and I just export it over to PNG Tuber Plus. I just cross my fingers and hope that I drew it properly, and it's, like, actually going to layer together properly when I put it together. I want to try one. Yeah, you can just do it right in Krita. You just have to remember, though, right? Like, so, like, when you're looking even at this model, every strand of hair on this model is basically like an individual strand of hair. Just so you know, like, they're all different things. So, like, even though it looks like it's drawn together as one particular thing, it's not. The hair is all layered together, and that's the hard part. And the other hard part about it is making it blend together because it doesn't look like it's layered in. It looks like it's all, like, supposed to be together, but it's really not. Like, the ends of them are actually just colored so that they match, like, the part that they're supposed to connect to. And that's also the part I have trouble with a lot. I know it seems like a simple thing, but it's really just, like, kind of refining down, I guess, the skill. I don't know. But anyways, let's stop looking at my art. Let's go back to the drawings that were in the Discord. I'm going to take a look to see if anybody added any new drawings. Oh, yes. Yes, I remember this. Okay, all right. So Raven did this one before, but this is a tarot card that they did. Let me pull it up on screen. Give me a second. Here we go. This one was really cute. Hold on, I'm going to have to zoom in on this one a little bit. But this one is the Archer, the Dungeon Master, and the Barbarian. So this one is a tarot card drawing of myself, Anna, and Raven. Peter, if you want some advice about, like, working on that, just, like, hit me up in a DM. I will go over, like, the basics. But obviously, like, you've seen my models. I am not 100% there. But I really do believe that after, like, 1 or 2 more iterations of going through this process, like, I think I'll finally, like, I think it's going to click soon. Like, I'm super confident that I'm going to be able to put a model out that's going to look really good. But, like, I don't know. If you get lucky and you put something together on your first try, awesome. But I really, really want the model to be 100% hand-drawn from me, of my own design. And I want it to look different than this model. Like, I want it to look a lot more like my actual drawings. Like, no offense to Cosmic. No offense to the artist who put this together, right? But this is a more generic version of my character that just kind of happens to fit. Whereas, like, the way I draw myself in my own art, that is how I intend myself to actually look. That's why there's, like, a kind of a difference between, like, the way, like, I portray myself in my art versus, like, the model you see on screen. I do very much love this tarot card. I think it's really cute. I love the simplicity of it, but it does still have, like, a lot of detail. Remember, your art style is unique to yourself because it is you that is drawing. Everyone has a different art style. That's why I stopped thinking down on my art when I started posting my drawing. That's actually a really good perspective for all of us to remember, even me. Of course I'm the magical one. Well, I'm definitely the barbarian one. If you couldn't tell from the giant axe drawing that I had up a little while ago. But I'm gonna get it. I'm definitely gonna get it with the model. I'm sorry, I know I've been hung up on it, but it is something that's been on my mind recently, right? Because I'm an artist. There's no excuse at this point. Like, I should know how to draw my own model. I've only been practicing for a year, so, like, time's up. Time to do it. Time to figure it out. So, hopefully soon, there will be a new model on screen. That won't look like absolute crap because I don't know what I'm doing. All right, I think what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. And we're going to start wrapping up the live stream because it's been almost 3 hours now. What did you all think of this stream? Did you have fun? I had a lot of fun going through all the art that has been submitted by the community recently. There are a lot of talented people in the community, not just for art, not just for drawing, but we have, like, a lot of musicians. We have a lot of programmers. You all make some, like, really cool things. We basically have, like, a gay little renaissance going on in our community, and I absolutely love it. Yes, very funny. Remember to hydrate. That is actually a wonderful reminder. Yes, because my first D&D character was named Anna, and she is a wizard. Then my second one is Rain, a druid. Hey! I guess that name Rain is pretty popular, huh? Actually, I found out there's another VTuber named Rain, And they apparently have like a Wikipedia page or something. And I was like, oh wow, they must be really popular, right? And like I looked at their YouTube channel, they had like 300 subs. And I'm like, what the hell? I don't even have a Wikipedia page. Meriday, welcome to the stream. If I used Discord, I would have sent my drawing of Zelda. I do have an email. If you want to email me your art, hold on. This is my business email. So you all could send me your art to my email. Please don't send me any not safe for work drawings. I will just delete them. But if you want to send me your normal drawings, you can send them to my inbox. Thankfully, I haven't gotten a crazy email in a while, but I have gotten a couple since I've done this. I think the craziest one was the one where somebody asked me if I would be willing to do like a not safe for work drawing. But they were like overly nice and professional about it. And I was just like, I don't know. It was an experience. Like, I can't really like obviously say what they requested in the email, right? But it kind of went along the lines with like, hello, Rain. You know, I really enjoy your artwork and your art style. And I think that you would be like really good at drawing this particular character. Do you think you could draw them doing beep, 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 beep? And I'm like, I'm not that kind of artist. I'm sorry. So kind of like, it was like, I honestly think it was like a legitimate request. I don't do work like that. Sorry, cuties. All my art is safe for work. Even if I draw Yuri, like at most, I'll just do like kissing. I have to go, Raid. I have to go fix my kitchen. You do have a lot of work ahead of yourself. I wish you the best of luck there. I think that's fair and reasonable. I mean, like, just like with the type of content and like the type of vibe I'm going for in this community, I don't really like that kind of stuff. Like, it's all banned in the Discord too. We also like, I don't want to see like excessive flirting and stuff like that. It's not like a dating community or anything, right? Like, I get like people want to do that sometimes, but it's really not the space for it, right? There are a lot of people who are on the aromantic or they're asexual spectrum, like myself, and like if you're aromantic or you're asexual, you really don't want to like be exposed to that kind of stuff unnecessarily. Like, I know it exists, right? I just don't need a reminder, and I also don't like. I don't want to be called hot, right? Like, that's not the positive compliment you think it is. It's like, wow, Rain is so hot. It's like, I really don't want to walk into my safe space and get like a bunch of like comments like that. So like, that's why I like also banned all of that kind of stuff in the Discord. We actually had to get rid of somebody one time. Because they were kind of doing stuff like there's a reason for the rule, right? So this is before I even created that rule. This was a really long time ago, but they found out I was asexual and like crashed out in the general chat about it. And like I ended up removing them from the server over it because it's like that. I'm sorry, that made me really uncomfortable. Right, I don't. I'm sorry if you had like I I don't know, whatever the hell they were thinking, right? But like whatever it was, like I don't want to know about it, and I certainly don't want to read that kind of stuff. Hold on, let me send it with my backup email account real quick. Okay, all right, awesome. I think I just got the email. Let me take a look at it real quick. Okay. Oh, I see it. Okay, hold on. Let me try to open this up in a different window here. So, like, how do I do this? I freaking hate Google sometimes. Can I just open this in a different window? Oh, you suck. I freaking hate Gmail. All right, hold on a second. I have to do an extra step here because I don't want to use the preview window in Gmail and expose your like email address by accident. So give me 1 second. Okay, now where did it go? Ah, there it is. Found it. Okay, now if I come back over to OBS and we go over here and I go here and I change it to the picture. Yay, we got it. This is really cute. I love this. I love the little earrings, the little Triforce earrings. This is adorable. You did a really good job. Like that way. Hey, listen, that wasn't entirely my fault. You sent me those screenshots. That was a risky picture you took there. Listen, I'll take half the blame on that. But you also were the one who sent me those photos. Holy crap. I went through and I actually privated that entire stream. And then I had to go back and put up a blur filter over that entire section. What a nightmare. I'm glad you brought that up to me like ASAP. It was an accident, though. It was just an accident. And we caught it pretty much instantaneously. I don't think anybody noticed, but I think Anna happened to notice. Like, I don't remember when you noticed it. But, like, I remember, like, ending the stream and you're like, Rain, oh my God. Can you fix that? And I'm like, I'll private it right now. I hate accessories. I have a problem with drawing those. Me too. Me too. Should have just not lived at that address, shaking my head. Well, I mean, it's a non-issue at this point. Like, right after you posted it. Yes, it's a non-issue now, thankfully. But, like, still, like, if anything like that ever happens, if you send me something and, like, just let me know because I will go above and beyond to get rid of it. Right? Like, accidents happen. People send stuff. Right? If something on my stream that you didn't want, like, put on this stream was put on the stream, just let me know. I have blur filters. I have tools. I have, like, ways to manage that. Right? So just, like, let me know when those things happen. But it's because of those experiences, right? Which is why I'm, like, super careful now. Which is why I won't open up the preview in Gmail. Which is why I took the extra minute to download this and, like, open it up on my computer with a black background. So, like, nobody has to, like, have their email address exposed or anything like that. It was all part of Rain's devious plot to get Anna to move in with her. Well, I mean, she has been a pretty good roommate, so... No complaints here. All right, I think this is going to do it for this live stream. I think this was a really, really wonderful drawing to end the live stream with. So thank you again for sending this in to me. And like I said, you can always feel free to send me your art via my email. I understand you don't use Discord. We are looking to into getting like another server open, like Stoat or something like that, so like other folks who don't use Discord can have another option to hang out. But it's just something that's like kind of up in the air. Have to like kind of figure out the particulars with that. Nuts, I have to catch you for longer next time. I want to get my pens out now. Like I said, if you want to send me any drawings to my email address, the Discord is a good way to get a hold of me. Oh, also, you know what I can show off real quick? Hold on. I have been very active on my social media account recently. So let me go ahead. I'll pull up my profile there real quick so you can all find me there, right? Give me 1 second with this. Okay, so I have to... Hold on, wait, what do I have to do? I have to change it to this window. Yay! There it is. So this is my profile on transfem.social. So it's transfem.social at Reign of Reigning. There's a link down in the description below. If you want to follow me online, I post on here pretty much all the time. So if I'm not in the Discord, if I'm probably going to be hanging out around here or making posts on here, just being silly or just chatting about whatever here. So you can also, if you have a Fediverse account, even if you're on something like Mastodon or something like that, you could still at me and send me your art this way too. So if you're on like Mastodon or if you're on like anything that's like compatible with the Fediverse, like I don't know if you know this, but even if you're on Lemmy, you could still find my profile through Lemmy. Right? Like, so that's what's really cool about the Fediverse is like there's a lot of different software that this will work with. So I'm at Reign of Reigning at transfem.social for anybody who wants to follow me there. Fediverse is another great way to socialize. Highly recommended. I do highly recommend it. If you do want to join transfem.social, it is an 18 plus only instance though. So just something to keep in mind. You have to be at least 18 to join transfem.social. But there are a lot of different, like, Fediverse, like, websites that you could join that are all connected together and work together. So if you ever need any advice or recommendations, you can always ask me to. I understand not every single person in this chat is going to want to sign up for a transfem.social account, but it is an option for you if that is something that you want to do. Just don't accidentally join the Fediverse. Wait, Gumbik, you're not on Fedi, are you? Are you on the Fediverse? I don't think you are. I don't think I've ever seen you there. But I also, like, post all my drawings there, too. Like, it's pretty much, like, where I hang out. It's, like, basically my Twitter, right? So I just, like, whatever. Like, there's my intro post. Here's some of my drawings. Here's the stuff that Leon gave to me. You know, it's just, like, some of the... Oh, this is a drawing that my friend Bahi sent me, did for me. It's really cute. This is back before I did the blue dress and I was wearing a gray t-shirt still. So yeah, like I said, you can come hang out with me here if you are on the Fediverse, and this is my profile. For those who are interested, and for those who don't use social media at all, well, there's a bunch of other different ways you can get a hold of me, so... All right, so before I go, I do like to say a very special thank you to everybody who's been so supportive recently. A lot of you have gone out of your way to commission me recently, and I just want to say that is something that's incredibly helpful to me. I didn't realize so many people would be interested in getting, like, specific art from me. So for those that have commissioned me recently, and for those who keep sending in individual support just to be supportive, from the bottom of my heart to yours, thank you so much. But with all of that out of the way, thank you all so much for watching this live stream, and I hope everyone out there has a wonderful day.